Okay, we're back. Okay, greetings everyone. This is for the chat questions. So, uh, uh, from new members, yeah, no, the guy that runs it, or he's not very communicative. So, people sign up, they can't get in. So, you can always email me. I just emailed somebody about it. About what to help them in, but yeah, I'm working on another system, so it just takes a while to. I have to get the kinks set up. It should work a lot better than this one, so the support's a lot more communicative. So, all right, blessings, and here we go. Greetings. This is Ista, the Blue Pleiadians. Much love, blessings. Connecting from the Galactic Federation of Light. Much love. We send our positive vibrations to you. Yes, there's much going on this planet, of course, as many are awakening their eyes, their third eyes and fifth eyes they're not aware of. You will see your Earth transitioning also slowly, but also much. See you evolving as your abilities start to increase, as your awareness opens up. A new dawn of a new world. Yes, you are on for sure. So, whenever you are ready, be happy to connect.
Yes. Hello, Ishta. Thank you for coming in.
Yes, thank you.
Greetings. Okay. The first question is from Crystal Leaf Snow. Are there any messages from the ETs? Blessings.
Yes, it seems like you have a lot of connection with the Greys recently, as it seems like you're assisting your Earth incarnation as for your hobbies and direction. They are. I do see a group of them around you. They're not always around you constantly, but they do seem to be. You seem to have welcomed them, and there seems to be a heavier presence around you, not just from them, but for others. I also see feline beings around you too. Mm, it seems to be much conversation going on in the feline, but I'm not getting into a lot of details. Blessings.
Okay. And Crystal Leaf Snow. Second question is, are there any messages from my higher self? Blessings.
But yes, you're going through a transition. There's a lot of unicorn energy around you at this time, but as your lifetime with the Unicorn Collective, you can connect with this, where their apparitions, their horns, what you call them, whatever you call them on your planet, can be broken, but also re-healed, but Also, what has been broken can be used for healing, can be used for many things. Also, minerals on your planet. Just to give you an idea of what is in the mix on your planet. Many elementals break off many of sometimes. Even their own, you understand, with trees and things of that sort are taken apart and used for certain things. But also the elemental energies are taken apart and used in your environment that is not, I believe you're much involved with this as you connect. Yes, I'm very vague on it, but I believe you understand. Blessings.
Okay. Next is Raw. First question. Last night I had a semi-lucid dream where I walked into a bedroom with many cats and there was a type of speaker where there were messages trying to be given to me, but I could barely hear it. Can you please let me know what the messages were?
One moment. It seems like you're going through many out-of-body experiences, but you're not quite remembering them. This will continue. Most likely you'll start to experience them when you're ready to experience it. But this out-of-body experience where you see yourself and then you go into astral become more apparent over time when the moment is right for you. You might not allow this to come through, but it is basically your astral self becoming more connected to you, basically. Also, your galactic self will increase. I believe you're on many motherships at this time. As for connecting to this earth, allowing the shifts to happen, but also understand when this human society is changed, alien societies are changed also. So everything is done carefully, of course. I believe you feel much of that. Blessings.
Okay. Second question is there a spiritual reason that I keep injuring my wrist while sleeping, or is it just an accident? Thank you. Much love.
It does seem like when you come back in your body, you're injuring yourself. It seems like you're sleeping on your hand wrong and things. It is just a common habit. I believe you will change that, but it's like a sign. It's giving you an indication that you are doing much in the universal world. You're just not fully remembering it. It's like a little hint, but of course you have to decipher it though. Blessings.
Okay. Next is Moses. It almost looks like I can't meditate anymore. I can't focus and don't have the patience anymore. Is there something or someone blocking me? Can you help me with this? Thanks.
There's no blockage. It's just that there's other things you'd want to do. I believe with this blockage situation, one moment. You think it's a blockage. You're doing a lot in astral right now. It's hard for you to concentrate in this reality. You want to go in astral. You want to go to your alien friends. You want to leave this negative environment. And that is why it is, you want to take your family and go somewhere more peaceful, basically. That's why you have trouble meditating. It's like part of you wants to get out of here. But go to a nicer, more calmer place, a vacation place, of course. So that's where a lot of this is coming through. So you ask your guides to bring the vacation here so you can calm down, ask for peace. I believe your meditations it takes time. But there's a lot of intensity going on with you right now in the astral plane. And your family, mostly you. Not so much your family, mostly you. Well, you have many tasks. And you enjoy it very much, and it's helping many. So it's like when you help others, it becomes addictive. Blessings.
Okay, and second question. Is there a connection with my mother-in-law? Much love.
Yes, not always in the best of terms, but it's been good. It's been questionable in the past. But you've been friends in other incarnations. I do not see a intimate connection there, but mostly a friendship there. When Middle Ages time period. Anunnaki friends. Blessings.
Okay. Next is Thomas Peterson. I channeled the Elohim today and felt connected. Any insight on my channeling abilities? I feel connected to the universe.
But yes, your Elohim connection is a target. It is a trigger, basically. It is allowing you to let go of the past negative incarnations. Not necessarily you were negative, but in the situations that were not easy. At a lifetimes as an extraterrestrial, life was just not easy. So the Elohim is helping healing a lot at this time. So you feel like a flip. You feel like you're transforming. Blessings.
Okay. And second question, any messages from Ascended Masters?
Yes, you have been among many ascended masters in your incarnations. And even in this incarnation, you are going for an ascended master. Eventually, this world has a lot to do with becoming an ascended master. But with the felines, it seems to be that is where you'll make your mark, basically. A few more feline incarnations you will go into as an ascended master, but of course, many tests must be involved with it. It does seem like your feline connections is the strongest. You feel most comfortable for that as an extraterrestrial. Of course, there's others, but with the feline is very. Understand the feline is also humanoid. There's many human origins there also, so it is like home. Blessings.
Okay, and next is Gregory Sabakul. What beings are the ones who listen to me ramble on about life when I lay in bed? It's mainly my guides or other beings as well?
Yes, your guides, your angels, and Assyrian group is around you. The name I'm receiving is Watata. Watata Assyrians. They're not from Sirius B, but they are from Sirius. They are humanoid humans, was also one reptilian. Blessings. There's 3 of them. Blessings.
Okay, and second question is, when will my soul's contract end?
That is up to you. That is up to you. As for what your guides are saying, you're in a transitional phase of finding more, helping your belief system, helping your direction, and you will find it eventually. But right now, there's much misdirection going on. It is because your soul is coming out of a dark phase. I know it seems like you're still in it, but I believe you will eventually come out of it. It depends on how you look at things. Blessings.
Okay, next is Inyuki. Do you have any guidance for my classmate Ryan Stanley, especially regarding his career and future?
But there's a lot of hesitation for his career and future from what I see. He doesn't know where he's going at this time. Oh, you say fiance, correct?
His asking for his classmate?
Classmates, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. There's a lot of different. From what we are picking up is to try everything that excites them, or excites this person. Because right now it seems to be many choices, and decisions are not exactly the easiest. So basically, put your toe wherever you want to dabble in everything to find what is right for you. There's nothing wrong with changing jobs or changing careers. It does seem like there will be many do have career changes. They start one and they change one midlife. So, but as for starting it up, it is you have many choices at this time, but it does seem like it's hard to fully find which one is right. What we are picking up on. Blessings.
Okay, and second question is, if multiple soulmate is encouraged, does that mean orgies are good as long as we protect ourselves from STDs?
Yes, usually, yes. Yes, multiple relationships. There's nothing wrong with that at all. As long as everything's mutual, everybody's fine with it. Yes, disease on your planet will eventually be pulled away from your world. Right now, it's everywhere. But yes, as long as you're all protected, of course. But there's nothing wrong with mutual. As long as everybody's okay with it, there's nothing wrong with it at all. You have as many lovers as you want. Blessings.
Okay, and next is Marianne Arenas. Any messages for me?
Yes, there's many challenging connections you have at this time. There's much feline energies around you, as for alien beings. But yes, you're dealing with it seems like a lot of Pleiadian those in your incarnation and third density, many are connected to Pleiadians, many are very hard-headed from what we are seeing. We'll also see you seeing them in a different light, meaning you're seeing that their other lifetimes are controlling because they've been in very controlling lifetimes in the past. I believe you understand what I'm speaking of. They have good intentions, but they don't realize what they're doing. Blessings.
Her second question, what is my connection with Mary Magdalene or any messages from her?
Well, yes, you were healed by her in another incarnation, but you also found your way through her also. She's also assisting you very much in different incarnations. In this incarnation, I believe you call on her every now and then. She does assist them. Blessings.
Okay. Second question, what is my Carol McLaughlin is next, and her first question is, are there any messages for me?
One moment. Yes, it seems like you, as a fairy being, you see you connecting to many of the galactic alliances. Much of them are reptilian. They're there to cool down the anger towards this world because many do have a dislike for this planet. So as a fairy being of Agartha, you can say counselor to many reptilians as a one to, or ambassadors, in other words. That's probably a better word of it. They don't really have a name for it. But one to just keep peace as your earth transitions, because many actually reptilians want to come into this environment and be a part of humanity and just show everybody who they are. And you're kind of cooling all of that down right now. You'd be surprised, not just reptilians, other beings involved. The reptilians are mostly intense, but there are others, of course. They get overexcited, basically. Blessings.
Okay. And second question for Carol is, my grandson Connor, who is 7, and I have a wonderful connection. What is our past connections?
I believe he was a prince in England, and you were his grandmother. So I don't believe you had any royalty. I don't believe you were a queen or anything like that. I believe you didn't want anything involved with it, but you were part of a royal family. But even there, I do not see you part of a royal family, but you were part of the family. I believe it was mostly through marriage. But you're definitely helping, I believe, as a grandson, as a prince, to dress him up and stuff like that, like a mother, basically. Watching over him, he didn't know any better. Kind of naive, but that's typical. That's normal, in a good way, of course. Blessings.
Okay. Next is Brian Knott. Is it a good time in my life to help a family member out?
Maybe not with financial, but with words, yes. Financial, you have to. That's up to you. But with counseling, with guidance, yes, that's up to you, of course. Blessings.
Okay. And second question for Brian, are there any messages for me?
Well, yes, your guys are saying go by your instincts. Sometimes you feel like you're being manipulated and tricked by those that wish for help, so it's quite understandable. You've had a lot of times where you've been manipulated through family members, through friends. So in this incarnation, it's quite understandable why there's a hesitance to it. But if you second guess it, there's nothing wrong with that. You're just protecting yourself. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You will find what's right for you. Just ask yourself, do these people have good intentions? If you feel it's like yes, then always good. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Tara Kinsley. Are there any messages for me?
Yes, your guides are saying keep to yourself. It is okay to have casual conversation, but keep secrets to yourself. It seems like some around you are not exactly very good at keeping secrets, and they're kind of gossipy, for that matter. So just, I wouldn't call it a warning, but it's just to let you know what is going on in your environment. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Tara. What have I been doing in Astral?
Yes, connecting to the angels mostly. There are angelic worlds that have not been mentioned all that often, and you're part of those angelic worlds. Angels learning how to connect to humans. You can say it's angels learning how to be an angel, basically. It is on the angelic realms, but also angelic worlds. So that is where I see much of your energies at this time. You're also helping many what you call in your world magicians. You're helping many learn how to float and levitate, basically. You're teaching levitation, meaning when you connect to a world, you can assist with levitation. That is one of the things I just want to let you know that. Sounds interesting. Too many, of course. Blessings.
Okay, moving on to chat room 1.1. First question will be from Susie. Any advice from my main angel guides?
Patience. Yes, patience is a double-edged sword, isn't it? Sometimes I feel like I'm waiting forever. Sometimes sometimes it just feels like your guides aren't helping you. But at this time, yes, your abilities are increasing, and you will see yourself another person. Say a year from now, you'll feel very much more confident. But at this time, you're learning. Basically, it is like you're walking a tightrope, but you'll learn how to do many things on this tightrope. Basically, jump around. Your confidence is growing strongly at this time, and you see your many new abilities will start appearing also. Not just what you might think. There's much more, but you have to get confident that you have the ability to connect. Once you get that, and much more come through, you understand why certain technologies aren't working either. They have a purpose for that. That's for you to decipher. Blessings.
Okay, and second question for Susie. How can I deepen my meditation practice at this time?
Bring many animals into it. Cats are very good for meditations. Feline, I mean, it can be a tiger, it can be a lion, whatever you feel comfortable with. Seems like lion would probably be the best, but animals will help with your meditation. That goes for others also. Blessings.
Okay, and next is Joe L&E. First question, I'm wondering if you can give me an idea of what ET and human spirits are in my home at this time and what they want. I'm sort of having a few issues starting all over again.
Seems like you have a lot of Pleiadian energies around you at this time. But also you have, yes, there's actually a lot of insectoids around that are causing kind of mischief from what we are seeing. There's an energy field that has opened up. It also seems many ships are coming and going through the energy field. I believe it's out in their street. But it is affecting your home because they're all gravitating towards you. You do know them. As for the Pleiadian, one moment. They're not making themselves known. Yes, Ashtar Command is around. Connect to Ashtar Command. I believe more will come through. I believe you're part of their alliance. Blessings.
Okay. Second question, are there any messages regarding my daughter's current health situations or about this new stupid guy she likes? Thanks.
Oh, yes, new stupid guy. This is, you know what's funny about this? That used to be her son in another incarnation. So now they're in a relationship, like, so she's kind of babying him. So she sees him like she doesn't realize that. She sees him as like a baby. So, whatever stupid he does, she seems to adore it because that used to be her kid. So I know it sounds strange, but it happens all the time. This is normal for the two of them. As for how long it's going to last, it's hard to say. Because he's not the same as he used to. The more darker he gets, most likely she'll let him go. For right now, she still sees him as like a cute little boy. From I know it sounds all strange, but that is what's going on. Is that another part of that question? Or is that
anything about her health or the stupid guy?
The health, not to worry. It'd probably be good to get a checkup for health. That's up to you, or go to a health specialist, a metaphysics health. If you want to go in that regard, like for Reiki, that is up to you. Reiki would probably be good. That's up to you, of course. Blessings.
Okay, next is Chloe. Are there any messages for my mom from the Dragon Collective?
Yes, in Astral, she connects to the dragons all the time, but mostly she connects to the fairies. The dragons and fairies get along quite well, but this dragon connection she has is this. She had many father figures that were dragons. I believe her father was a dragon. Uh, of course, he's had other incarnations, but it is just to help. They're very good at direction, so that is why she had those. It just basically she incarnates within Garthian families all the time, and even if the human parents aren't very connected to nature, they do have a strong Garthian connection, even if they disconnected from nature altogether. Because they've had many human lifetimes that disconnected, but still they have much of Garthian with them. Blessings.
Okay, and second question, what does the next 3 months look like for me?
It is whatever you want. Much stress I see, but also you're still in the direction of finding happiness. You're still having difficulties finding that because you're still searching for yourself. So at this time, you will find, I don't know, did you see a male energy around you that might be of a good lesson for you? Not to say it's always, they say a good lesson, that's all they say. So that's all we got for you. Blessings.
Okay, and next is Jess. What's my connection with the Fae and how are they assisting my healing at this time?
Well, it seems like your body is in a cocoon right now. You're assisting yourself. Of course, you have assistance from others, but right now it's like you've, from what we are seeing, kind of locked yourself down. Because you allow certain, I believe, a being by the name of Ishit's helping and other reptilian beings, but the elementals are only doing so much. But right now it seems like you're in some ways you're like in a confinement. I believe you feel that way. It is part of your karma that you're going through. That you're not more details. I believe you have quite a bit of details as it is, but it does seem like you're like in a spa, but you're by yourself. But there's reasons for it. You do have visitors, but elementals they come and go. But the reptilians are the strongest ones there. Blessings.
Okay, and second question, what messages does my higher self, Madeline, have for what's occurred this past week with us? Much love and blessings.
Many lessons that had to be learned. And many more to come, but not all at once like that. You'll have a couple months of bliss, and then most likely another batch of lessons will come through. So it won't be perfect, but I believe you'll have some quiet time coming up. Blessings.
Okay, and next is Jim F. Are there any specific changes other than the changes already made that I need to make to move forward in my spiritual evolution?
One moment. Yes, Uranus. Well, Uranus, Metatron is actually a strong energy for you to connect with. It's like a brother of yours. Yes, Metatron is probably the strongest one. Yes, very strong. Well, he also, Metatron even shows like a chakra in your hand, basically. So you've been like an apprentice of his. So you actually, what Metatron is saying is you're in the same position as he is on other world realities. And you can connect with that. You have another name, of course, call yourself Metatron Jr. or anything like that. But that would be a strong connection for you. It will open up many doors, with spiritual doors. Blessings.
Okay, and next is are there any messages from my higher self or guides for me?
Yes, to heal your inner child. To visualize your inner child, anytime you've had pain, it's just whatever it is to heal that, to say it is fine. You're not unworthy. You are worthy because your inner child has been beaten, like everyone on this world, can use some light. Whatever it is of a parent or whoever it is that said something that was uncomfortable to you, that use that, but heal that interaction through your inner child. You can visualize yourself as golden because that is what you all are, as everybody is. That will help you heal also. You can visualize gold around you and healing that negative side and bring more light in. It is up to you, of course. This will help your spiritual direction and see more blessings.
Okay, next is Amy. Prayer has never really seemed to work for me, so I have a question for Mother God. Mother God, do my prayers to her help me at all? And will she help me stop the conflict and heavy energy in my current partnership that I prayed to her about?
Yes, everything is heard, but remember you are going through a heavy test. This heavy test is basically what they are saying is there's possibility that a relationship will be let go of, but it's up to you. But it does seem like you're rejecting a lot of their answers. So that is why you feel like it's before it gets to you. When you receive it, it's like I'm not going to listen to that. So you send it back. Happens a lot. But as for finding a way to heal this relationship, is that from what I'm picking up on is that not everything is being fully said. Meaning, I believe your partner is not saying everything that's on his mind, is keeping things back, which is causing a lot of difficulties. And getting that out of him is another story. Because it seems like he's holding a lot back. At least some things, at least. Blessings.
Okay. Some things my sister-in-law, Melissa, does really confuses me at times, and it feels like she just doesn't understand me or like me very much. I'm wondering why she just created a membership with another essential oil company and purchased oils from them when I have been helping her get oils from the essential oil company I sell oils for.
Yes, it seems to be a bitterness that's going on right there at this time. It is a lot of. One moment. We don't seem to be getting along in astral either. There seems to be a lot of astral negativity going on. And so with this yes, it does seem like yes, it seems to be a male, and you're both disagreeing on what's going on with that male. So it's like a relationship that's going on, and I know it's kind of big, but we'll just leave it at that. It's not that important. One moment. But yes, she wants to change things about herself. So doing that is one thing. I believe she's going to start changing other things about herself also. So it's not always about you; it's about her. Might be a little bit about you also to a degree, but mostly it's about her. She just needs to. She's trying to change her direction, which is actually good for her. Blessings.
Okay, and next is Debbie M. How open is my third eye?
It is half open at this time. Once you start to realizing what is around you, yes, your imagination, just allow it to unimaginate itself, and you realize what makes these things are real. The more you feel what is around you is real, the more your third eye will open. And there's many messages there from what I'm saying, but they're not. That is for you. Blessings.
Okay, and then she asked, any messages for me?
One moment. Let's see. There's actually elephant beings around you. Elephant extraterrestrials. I'm serious. They are actually assisting your third eye. You might visualize yourself on a ship with many elephant beings or humanoid. They have an issue with the felines at times because they don't always trust the felines because they've had interactions with the felines where they've been kind of not fully trustworthy. Not to say they've written them off altogether, not at all, but this seems like these elephant beings are feeling they're cautious. This is the clan or the group that you are with. One moment. Yeah, there's some stress there from what we were seeing. A little bit. Because it seems like some of the felines here can sway minds a little bit easier than a feline person, a elephant person. A feline is easier to sway humans into another way of thinking. As you can see, the negativity on your world, many are very good at persuading. Elephants are not much in that. They have a different way about things. But that's what's going on in your plan. Imagine you came back to that.
Okay, and next is Donna Riggs. What will be the next galactic event that I will be recording, studying as a historian? Thank you.
Most on Mars. There's also an aspect of Lincoln on Mars at this time. I know it sounds very bizarre, but yes, there's an aspect of Lincoln there. And it's mostly Lincoln. He's trying to make up for some of his mistakes he's done on this world. So, and I believe you are quite friends with him from what I'm seeing. You and Lincoln seem to travel a lot from what I'm seeing. You might not be able to connect with that here, but you're like best buds. Blessings.
Okay, and any messages from her higher self and guides?
Yes, your guides will say you will start to see events. You might feel future events about to happen. Ever so slightly, you might get sometimes you might get an intuition ever so slightly. And then you're working on this. And the reason is because you're part of the timeline healing that is going on right now. So you will see this more clearly over time. Right now, you're still in the early stages of understanding it. The idea is to bring a positive timeline here. But as you're bringing a positive timeline, you can see the future also. So just give yourself some time to get used to that. I believe you'll start to get senses. If you do not, there's no worries. It will come through. But if you focus on it in your leisure time through a meditation, you might see something. If you see anything, it's possible you'll see it in another. You're seeing other timelines because you're assisting other timelines. Assisting other timelines to not interfere with this one. It's like that didn't happen with a certain event. Well, it's because it was diverted. So, leave you with that. Blessings.
Okay, moving on to chat room 3. First is Vosco. Hi, peace and blessings. Any messages from any beings around me?
Yes, interesting enough. There seems to be a Pleiadian group around you that has given you an implant, a positive one. You can call it an infusion, but it seems more of an implant to assist on your galactic awareness. Also, did you see entrepreneurial type of ideas coming to you? Should you ask for assistance on this? At least that's what I'm picking up on. Might not be something that you want to connect to soon, but it does seem like it's down the road. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Vosco. When I was in 8th grade, I kept getting a message to buy a carbon monoxide detector. A few weeks later, the furnace was leaking carbon monoxide. Who warned me of this? And I just wanted to say thank you to that being. Much love.
I believe it was your guides. Your guides were most of your guides. Main spirit guide was assisting, and there's possibility they'll do that. Well, that was mostly. For that time, it was possible they'll do the same thing, but mostly it'd be for a positive reason. They'll bring a message like that. But I believe their messages will get more clear to you. You just have to ask for it. I don't believe you fully asked, but not necessarily for that type of situation, but for future events that might happen. Blessings.
Alrighty, next is Wanda 11. Question 1. Who was around me this morning?
Tall blonde Nordic Pleiadian. There's been several, but they seem to be monitoring your situation. It does. You've been connecting to a lot to the Greys recently for a timeline shift, and the Nordics are meaning like you're shifting your life. It does seem like you're connecting to a lot of. I know it sounds gray. It sounds unusual for you, but it does seem like you're assisting the Greys. It does to speed things up. Of course, they can't really do that, but you'd be surprised. They've been good luck to you in other incarnations. That's why you bring them in. So they do help you out of situations. That's why they show up. The Nordics are just assessing the situation. Blessings.
Okay, and second question. Is all this burning at the top of my head and pain in my spine allergies or ascension symptoms? I seem to be sick all the time. Hardly get a break. The doctors never know anything. Blessings.
Oh yes, your body is it. Your body is not. Your soul doesn't really connect to your body all that well. You're a higher dimensional being, basically. Arcturian energies I see as the strongest, and your body is not adapting to your ascension. That is why you receive infusions to assist for your body to adjust. So I believe that's another reason why the Nordics are there also. There's other beings, but I believe the Nordics are assessing the situation. I believe you're having conversations about this. But yes, your body is just, yeah, it's part of the ascension, but also you're letting go of a lot of things also. And when you're letting things go, it does cause health issues because you've been through some traumatic situations in your past lives and you're in this life. I believe you're aware of that. Of course. Blessings.
Okay, and next is Angie S. I recently heard about people that are DNA code holders. They activate the DNA codes in others. Am I a code holder or have I been activated?
I don't believe you're fully activated, but I believe you're in the process of being activated. DNA coder, yes, you're involved with that, yes. To a certain, not fully, but I believe it's a part-time job, basically. But I believe you're in the process of it. You will know. I believe you're in the process of reactivating fully. Blessings.
Okay. And moving on. Oh no. Her second question is, am I helping the earth in any way with ascension? If so, how? Blessings, Angie.
Yes, yes, I know that sounds strange. Positive thinking. You are assisting the angels, connecting to humans. I do see angels around children that you're involved with to protect children. So I do see you as an angel protecting children, basically. That is a high priority here, of course. Interesting enough, I see you around Mexico. There are other places, but Mexico seems to be the strongest. As you can tell, it's kind of exactly a safe place for children. So I believe you can expand on that. Blessings.
All right, moving on to chat 3. Moving on to chat room 3. First questions are from Stacy. Are there any messages from Argartha?
Yes, there's a healing energy that's coming to you at this time. Also, you're connected to the owls. The owl energy is very strong with you. You've had many incarnations as an owl being. Yes, that's for another webinar, but yes, your owl connection is very, very strong. That also brings great healing. The owl energy can bring you in. Healing, also, your intuition with the owls is very strong. I'll leave you with that. Blessings.
Okay, and second question for Stacy. Any messages for my guides tonight?
Yes, there are days when you feel like you're going backwards. There are days you feel like you're going forward. You seem to be leaving your body a lot recently. You might have you don't recognize the lost time, but you are, yes, it's done in a way where you have no idea, but you are leaving your body a lot recently. But it's done in a way where you do not see it. If you have any deja vu, that is an indication that you just came back. But you're not always going to do that. But You've been leaving a lot recently, but yeah, as you're, it's you're stopping, you're leaving, you're coming back, and you sew everything back together, so you have no idea that you've ever left. But you might feel a little bit tired or out of nowhere is because you just entered back in your body. Blessings.
Okay. And next is for symmetry. Any messages for me?
Yes, this time you're clearing a lot of negativity. You're changing your vibration. I see a bridge. You're making progress. Not to go into details, you're making progress on your mission, your personal mission. That's all they're telling. They're just, I believe you had a guide, something to do with your guides, I believe. There's a transition happening, but I believe you were, I see you up more upbeat recently. And that is good. I believe that will increase, but also your job situation, at least for career, will come more clear. Interesting enough, I see, why do I see computer programming around you? At least basic computer. I see some of that around you, but that is up to you. They might have another. I'm not getting full details on that. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Xiaoma. A friend of mine called Zhu Jing wants to know his star origin, where he came from, soul missions. Thanks.
Oh yes, Pleiadian. Mm, some Syrian there, but mostly Pleiadian. Oh yes. Oh, this one's been through a lot of Pleiadian and Syrian wars, from what I'm seeing. And the mission here is peace. I believe you can see through the wars that are going on in this world. You will see like Arturian to Palladian or whatever it might be, because he's been through a lot of Palladian Syrian wars, just like you have civil war on this planet, and they have not been positive at all. Well, they have been, but it's been quite intense between the two of them. Blessings.
Okay. And last is me. Hey,
Yes.
Ishta.
Blessings.
How's it going?
I'm doing well.
It's good to hear.
Yes.
And just wanted to ask, what is the reason why we tend to get chills up our spines from listening to music?
A lot of it is your remembering your. It's connecting to your soul origins, you can say, where you just came from. It's like beings before you entered into this world say, I'm going to play this music. Be there for it. And when you hear it, it's like, whoa, here it is. So you're receiving a download. Also, there's much going on with music. It's, let's see here. With you, it is different for everybody, though. But a lot of the music, it's there to put you in a trance, sometimes for negative, sometimes for positive. So that is also, so it's different for everybody. But for you, I believe you're receiving a lot of downloads. Of course, everybody's receiving downloads, but it's what kind of downloads you're getting. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. It all depends on what you're allowing in your environment. You can always reject the bad, of course, before it happens. Usually, when you listen to music, it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to listen to that. That is usually a negative download, and you stay away from it. But when you get a chill, that is usually your body is just responding to the vibration that's going on, and it's healing processes there too. There's a lot to that. Thank you.
Okay, Shah, that's the last of the questions for tonight.
Yes.
Thank you for coming in.
Yes, thank you. Blessings. And good day.
Good day.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone.